Hello, everyone. Welcome to the MSPA Europe Africa series, in which we get to know industry leaders in mystery shopping, and really from all over the world. And today, from Estonia, we have the pleasure to have with us Kerli Zeiger-Soosaar. She's been the host of the MSPA conference in Estonia. It's curious because she actually is living in Spain right now, so she's going to be also our next host in Alicante, together with our Spanish colleagues Antonio and Pepe. So a very, very warm welcome to you, Kerli.
Yeah, hi Luis, and thank you for inviting me. It's a really I'm really happy to be here and glad to have the chance to talk about the mystery shopping world with you. So thank you so much for the invitation.
Our pleasure, our pleasure. And a little introduction about Kerli before we go into the questions to find out more about her and the business. Kerli has been now also in the board of the MSP Europe Africa. So with her 20 years of experience, she's a great asset to the board, bringing in innovation, new ideas, and she has got a degree in law. And she's an achiever because of two reasons mainly. Because she'll tell us a bit more, but she started as a mystery shopper and is now CEO of the Dive Group. So that's why I say she's an achiever. And also because she's been helping the board to grow and to innovate. And she also participated in this growth that Dive Group had from starting one country, two countries, three countries, and now 8 countries. So what a journey. So that's Kerli. But let's find out from myself. We are curious. How did everything start? How did you get attracted to come to this industry and stay in this industry now for around 20 years?
Yeah, like you said, my journey into mystery shopping began back in 2003. So it's more than 20 years, like you said. And the story is that a friend told me about this fascinating job she had. She told me about visiting shops and different service locations, interacting with staff, making purchases, and then evaluating the customer experience. And I had never heard of such a thing, because at that time I was working in the legal department of a city government, and I had no background in customer service. I probably was even not thinking of customer service. But I was on maternity leave and I was looking to do something, just a bit. So I filled in the application and waited. Nothing happened for a while, and I assumed I wasn't a good fit because I didn't know what kind of profile they're looking at, right? But eventually I was contacted and offered a test visit. And apparently it went well because I started getting more assignments and was soon asked to help with coordination as the company grew and they had a lot of projects and they needed a quick help. And yeah, from there I moved into sales to support further growth. And just a few years later, I found myself stepping into the managerial role. That was a Estonian branch back then. And eventually when we had expanded into 4 countries across the Baltics and Poland, I was offered the challenge of becoming the CEO. So it has been quite a journey, in sense that I started as a shopper and growing alongside the company to the leadership role. So I think that this background has given me a very grounded perspective of every level of our business.
You really went from all the way from Mr. Shopper to scheduling visits, all programming, softwares, sales, and until you became the CEO. So you all the phases through.
All the phases, exactly. Yeah, I saw all this work we have been what we're doing, every day. So I have been part of everything.
And Kerli, now moving on to the present and also what current challenges and also opportunities do you see? We'd like to ask that to you. And also from your experience now over 20 years, how has the landscape in mystery shopping evolved since you started? What are the main differences? How was it there then? How is it now? What was the main developments in our industry that you experienced?
Well, one of the biggest ongoing challenges in our industry has always been finding and retaining reliable shoppers, I think. That hasn't changed because whenever I speak to providers in other countries, this is a shared concern. But today it's even more challenging to engage a new generation of shoppers, I believe. We need to understand which communication channels they prefer, what content formats work for them, or how to actually motivate them in a way that resonates. It's no longer just about emails and documents like it was back when we started. Now it's TikTok, it's video guides, and also explaining how their contribution can create real change in the customer experience. And I think this challenge with shoppers will be one of our main things forever, I believe. But from the opportunity side, I'm optimistic. There was a time, and I believe you also remember, when the rise of the online shopping made us question, whether mystery shopping would survive, what will happen in the coming years. But it didn't go away, right? Because physical stores still matter. In fact, I think that because if someone chooses to visit the store in person, it's more often because they're looking for help, or a more personalized experience, and that makes customers' experience quality even more important. So yeah, I'm optimistic in that sense. I also think the industry has matured over the years. Of course, we've evolved our tools as well, our platforms, our methodology, but the core remains the same, right? Find out what problems we help our clients solve, or choose the right shoppers, deliver reliable results on time, and so on. These kind of things. But what has changed the most, in my view, is how our customers perceive mystery shopping. It's no longer about catching someone doing something wrong. At least that was what I saw when I started. Now it's much more about learning, or mainly about learning, because our results help companies understand where improvements are needed, how they compare to competitors, or how mystery shopping insights can complement other research methods and results, what they do. So I think the approach is absolutely different than it was like 20 years ago. So we're not just data collectors. We're like we're partners. We're partnering with the companies, right? And our role is to help companies continuously improve their customer experience, and we work with them to turn these insights into actions. So we're like along with them with the whole process. And that shift in the mindset is one of the most meaningful developments I've seen.
It's so good to hear your comments about your optimism, and also for the industry evolving into being not just data collectors, but real partners for the strategic development of the companies. So that's really good to hear. You speak with confidence, you speak with passion. So that's really, really nice to hear. Also, business has been growing. We question ourselves after COVID with the online and so on, but we talk to our colleagues, and it's growing more and more important. More technology, more human touch is needed. More our industries are needed, and there is no substitute for mystery shopping actually. So it's so important. Great to hear. I'm also optimistic, and I became even more optimistic now.
Good.
And Kerli, finally about the future, what excites you more? What is happening that we don't know yet, or that is being prepared that you think is going to have an impact in the coming 2, 3, 4 to 5 years? Something that is happening. What do you see as more exciting?
Well, it's impossible to ignore the influence of AI in today's world, right? And it's transforming every industry, I believe, and including ours. And that's a good thing. I mean, with the right tools, AI can help us streamline internal processes or enhance data analysis and deliver more targeted recommendations to our customers, for instance. But what excites me the most is how we can use these technologies to create more meaningful insights. So we're moving beyond just reporting or have moved a while ago already, and we're becoming these strategic partners who help our clients turn data into decisions and then decisions into actions. So yeah, I believe the future is about deeper partnerships, smarter insights and leveraging the best of technology together with human understanding to improve customer experience.
And doing it in 8 countries, that also must be challenging with different stages of development of each country, market, and sizes. How is that also? How do you manage that? Is there anything interesting that you like to share about that? Different countries, different markets.
Like you said, it is so. Like all these countries, they're just so close to each other, but they are actually so different. And also the customers' expectations are quite often different, and kind of like way of doing things have been different. So it's really fascinating to be part of these 8 countries and try to find the things we do and can do in the same way, and also then accommodate to the customer needs in a specific market.
It's interesting how we can then take out the same methodology into different countries and then adapt and find out about customer behavior and help the brands on an international level. We've got, as we know, there's like some projects that run in more than 100 countries, also managed by this strong network, which is MSPA Europe Africa, that we rely on each other to do a job in Colombia or in Asia or in wherever in the world. That all comes through our strong network of Mr. Shopping Association. Write down the dates, 19th to 21st of May next year, 2026, in Alicante, right?
Yep.
Yeah, you'll be there to welcome us.
I plan to be there.
Great. Kerli, thank you so much for taking your time to share your story with our community, and all the very best to you and to the Dive Group. And to our audience, please stay tuned, because we've got lined up another guest, another industry expert from another part of the world to come and share his story too. Until next time, bye-bye.
Bye.